I'm a 504 bar, real street nigga, but I know God. Raised up on shrimp pole bar, the black.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? And what could ever lead you? What could ever lead you? Back here where we need you. Back here where we need you. Yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we tease him a lot. Welcome back, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, yeah, we tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back to Straight Drop Show, Street Money Radio. We are hosting right now on Street Money Radio. You know me, the host today, Cool T, the formerly known as Carolina Cockhound. And we have Tune the Brain.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully he gonna start being on here a little bit more and more, you know what I'm saying? Till he become permanent. But before we get into our first topic and everything, introduce yourself, man. Let them know what your platforms, what you do, what you got going on in life.
Say, man, what's going on, baby? It's Tune the Brain, man. You know what I mean? The Pearly White Prince, man. They call me Black Jesus, man. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't nothing to it, man. We out here. Ain't doing nothing. Just a young man out here kicking my shit, you know. 9 to 5er, man. I'm 9 to 5er by day. You know what I mean? Entrepreneur by night.
Well, I'll be watching you on that Instagram, though, man. Let them know how to get to you on that Instagram, man. When you kick that stuff for the, your daily report.
Oh, yeah, the daily report, man. Yeah, you got to come soak the spill up, man. Check me out on my gram, man. Tune the Brain, man. Tune the Brain. You know what I mean? Come check me out, man. Soak up some flavor, man. You know what I mean? Put the play in front of you, but I can't make you think, man. You know what I'm talking about? Come soak something up.
All right. We're gonna jump this first little topic off. I mean, we ain't gonna be on it too long, but I was reading today, and they were telling me that, you know, what's really the difference between a black cop and a white cop, or are they just blue? Because they just reinstated them Atlanta officers who tased the little college students.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, I was just, you know, they reinstated. And they got back pay. They got to pay for when they got laid off. You know what I'm saying?
Sound
Where
like
they do that at?
That vacation.
Yeah, exactly. They like gonna think about what vacation. Yeah, man. Strengthen up. They must have fought back. You know?
Nah, fit.
But you know, what's your play on that, man? I mean, like, is it a black, is it a white, or is it just a blue thing?
I mean, honestly, I really just think it's the perspective and who you asking. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, from the victim perspective, you know what I mean? It's the same old story. You know what I mean? Police,
cops.
it's a blue thing. You know what I mean? It's a blue
Cops.
thing. It's a cop thing. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel you, man.
It's a cop thing.
That's what I always say, man. We got like 500 names for cops. Pigs, 5-0, 12.
One time.
Crackers. I mean, you know what I mean? We got so many different word form, but it ain't like we distinct. Even if we calling them crackers, it ain't saying it ain't the black police. It's not one of them. It's the whole police force. But we lump them all together, but everybody ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say all police are bad, but, you know, crabs in a barrel, you know what I'm saying? One apple spoils the bunch.
Exactly.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? You don't be able to, you just can't, like, okay, he's a good cop. There are 3 bad ones. It's a good cop over there in the back that ain't doing nothing.
Right.
Is he really good?
Right.
So, I don't know, man. I just lump them all together like they lump us together. As black people, we lump white people together, Hispanic, Mexicans. I ain't gonna say Hispanics because there's so many different cultures of Hispanics.
Exactly.
But Mexicans, oh man, we lump them all together.
Oh,
They work hard, boy. They do this and that. But it's just a stereotype.
Exactly.
It's not really what it is.
And I think, like you said, it really just come down to grouping. And like you said, we group people, and people gonna roll with who they roll with. You know what I mean? Like, say, you might be a good officer, but if you look at your everyday life, how many times have you seen something that wasn't necessarily good and you turn the other cheek and walk by? Does that make you less of a person? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you know, I'm pretty sure anybody can think all through their life, they've turned the other cheek. Oh, that ain't my business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? Long as it ain't affecting my family, long as it ain't doing nothing to me. And you take that mentality to work.
Oh, yeah. But I look at it, too, as, you know, they try to tell you see something, say something. You know what I mean? That be their little spokes things with their little tip lines and see something. So why don't they take their own advice? And if they see something, why don't they say something? If they want me to do it ain't, like I tell my mom all the time, it ain't what you say, it's what you do. Your actions speak louder than words. So
That's a fact.
if I see you like, like if you see in the news on CNN, instead of we getting killed, if you see 3 police got turned in by a lieutenant or a small officer or wherever in their little whatever they do. Oh man, I start saying, well, there's a couple good ones, you know.
Exactly.
But you don't never hear that. You might hear somebody who didn't go with the plan that they were supposed to do on what they did, but you don't hear nobody telling them before the plan happened.
Exactly.
So I just look at it like, man, they all the same. You feel me?
It's all the same, like you said. It's all blue. You know what I mean? It's a blue world order. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's set up for them. You know what I mean? And I think, honestly, a lot of people, we ignorant to the laws, and they're ignorant to the laws. I see a lot of instances where you see people on any color, mainly black people, they know the law. They stand in the police is shocked. They
Went to
don't
the
know.
penitentiary and learned the law.
Yeah, you know
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shocked.
How you lock somebody up who been locked up 4-5 times, who got themselves out of jail because they started going into the library, start reading their laws, knowing what they can do. But a lot of people get caught coming in and out of town because they don't know each state law, because every state ain't the same law.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
some
then
people
it's
think I
united
can
as a
bring
thing.
Carolina to Atlanta or to Georgia, or think you can bring New York to Texas.
Exactly.
I mean, like they thought in Katrina, they thought they can bring New Orleans to Houston, and you seen what happened there.
Right.
They all went back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
Because it's culture shock.
Yeah,
it's
man.
culture shock, and people roll with who they roll with on every level. Where you from, whether you repping your set, whether you a Saints fan, you a Steelers fan, you a goddamn anything you a part of. People gonna always pick their group over the bases. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you didn't say nothing about being a Falcon fan, because you from here and you didn't even say nothing about a Falcon fan. So we already know that you smart. You're very intelligent.
That's
You're
what
very
it is.
intelligent.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Nah, they hurt my heart, man. They hurt my heart, man. I can't do it, man. They broke my granddaddy heart, man. I can't do it, man.
You ain't
Back to the subject.
Oh yeah.
Back to the subject, man.
Yeah.
That's a touchy subject, man. That's for a whole nother show.
Yeah, we back on these cops, man. We on these cops. That damn near talk about the cowgirl.
Yeah.
But nah. But that was just gonna touch on it for a quick second, cause I wasn't gonna dwell on that because that's just like repetition. We just talking about the same thing over and over and over. This is just another situation, but it ain't like it don't happen every day, day after day after day. So we numb to the fact. You know what I'm saying? If you see if you grew up and you seen 7-8 murders, when you get older, a murder ain't really gonna affect you like it in front of you like it affects another person.
Exactly.
Because you done got numb to it.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at it like, man, I'm numb to it. I'm numb to the police by now, but should we be?
I believe like we trained to be. We numb to everything. We see violence every day. We listen to it in our music. We watch it on TV. We watch it in our movies. We dream about it. We grow up toy guns, cops and robbers, playing tag, go to jail, hide and seek. All our life, it's a cat and mouse game. All our life, we've been playing.
So they instilled it in us. They were slowly seeping it in us, and we didn't even know.
All our life.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I knew it too, but dang.
It's a more psychological, man. I like to tell people, if you think, especially us as black people, man, you think all the time we've been here, and all the time our opposition. I'm not even gonna put a color on it. I'm gonna just say our opposition. The time they had to think and plan, it's a mental game. All the things that we going through now, it's chess moves. You can only keep a man in chains so long, he gonna fight you.
Oh yeah, man.
Once you let them chains off and put that on his head, and that's when you start going through those circles. That's how we can still. I can play you a clip from a movie from '68, and it sounds like something that just happened last week.
Oh yeah, man. Shoot, if you would have looked at the Martin Luther King. When the riot happened, when he died, wasn't no water hoses and dogs, but it was pretty much the same way when Floyd died. You know what I'm saying? It stood for the same principle. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. It kind of, it wasn't the same, but it was the same. Because, he was a great orator, King, don't say nothing bad about King.
Exactly. No. God forbid.
Yeah. So they're not the same, but at the end of the day, it was the same movement. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Tied. You can't keep killing us. Now they just don't put it on the internet as much. A couple people done got killed after Floyd, but you don't hear about it like that because you can't let the media. You know how the media is. Once they get you involved, then everybody involved. But if I just, that's why social media got. You know how many people were getting killed before social media? Black men would get killed, but you never heard about it.
Man, we done seen them kill a little boy on camera, man. Tamir Rice, a little boy on camera. A little child. And these folk didn't go through all of this. I like to look at what happened with George Floyd. It had to have been an accumulation of everything. Because if you look at all the things that we've seen over and over. And it really,
we can name them for days.
I tell my grandma it's the new lynching. Because she always say, well, they used to hang you.
Now they just shoot you.
Right, and it's all about display. It's the psychological, and that's why most of us have such a short-term lifespan of life. We don't think, most folks don't know what they doing this weekend, let alone what they doing in the next year, 5 years.
You know what the famous words was, man? Tomorrow ain't promised, man. I live for the day. You know what I mean? That was what we said when I was young. And I started thinking about that when I got older. I was like, thinking about tomorrow, because tomorrow ain't promised. And then I just really just sit back and really think about it. And I be like, man, I'm trying to plan the future. Why am I thinking just for today? Because today ain't going to get me, but what today can get me.
Exactly.
I got to plan like these strategic moves. I got to plan 5, 10 steps ahead.
That's what it's about.
Before I can even make a real move. That's why, you remember when we was in school, they tell you set goals.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta say go 5-year term, 5-year goals, short-term goals, 10-year goals, and we just played with it. Like, oh man, I know I want to be playing football. A lot of it was if you was an athlete, you wanted to play sports.
You gotta be an athlete.
They didn't tell you it's only 1% of the world that'll make it
exactly
to a professional sport.
Exactly. Because you see
So
a team.
what-
When you see it, you see a team.
Yeah. So what? But I hear a lot of people say too. I mean, I straddle the fence with it sometimes. A lot of people say don't have a plan B, because if you have a plan B, you ain't putting it all into your plan A. You feel what I'm saying? So that's certain people, but that's the people who made it that said it. But I guarantee you, they had a plan B too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if they got injured in college or whatever would have happened, they were going to school, so they had a plan B and didn't even know they did.
Exactly.
So, but what was your feeling on, like, do you focus on one thing, or do you jack of all trades or a master of one?
I feel like, honestly, life is short, but it take a long time. 1 year is 365 days for 1 year.
But they go by so quick.
It go by fast, but I tell you, look at the time. That's just like this bottle. This bottle ain't nothing, but if I'm filling it up, one drop like this,
At a time.
you know how long it'll take. Now, if I turn the faucet on, it's nothing.
Exactly.
And it's the time that come into the life, and I feel like it's a gift to be able to master one thing. I feel like it's few people who really can say they've mastered a craft or mastered
I think so
what
too.
they want to, but I feel like it's also a gift to be able to spread, because a lot of people don't have it in them to spread themselves around and be able to say, yeah, I can do this and do this and do this and be multifaceted, because certain people's minds have different components and they need to
They
be
tunnel
able to.
vision. You know, some people just tunnel vision, like, this is what I do. I care less about this. I care less about that.
Right.
Oh, I can do it, but I ain't even worried about it.
Right.
This is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm doing. They're not wrong.
No, not at all. Not
But
at all.
I think, well, you know, just me thinking, because I am who I am. I think I can focus on this, but learn this
Exactly.
and learn that. But I might not be in depth with it, like my tunnel vision is for this, but I can pick it up. I can pick up the trait. I can pick up the situation. And then, you know, if this don't, you know, tunnel out,
Right.
I can fall on this and I ain't going to be dumb to it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, life is, you know, the days are long, but life is short.
Yeah.
So I ain't got 5 years to focus on this, and this never worked. Now I got to put 5 years in this one.
Exactly.
I want to have at least 2.5 in this one already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I can just jump in there.
And see, I think that's what it's about, learning how to spread yourself around. You know what I mean? You have to be fluid. I learned that, like, it's water. Like, all this world is like water, man. Water is life. That means being fluid. You know what I mean? Water is the softest. It can cool you down on a hot day. It
Warm you up.
can kill you. You can fall out the sky and hit that same soft water and kill yourself. You know what I mean? Out the sky. So learning to be fluid and trying to find your place, because I feel like a lot of times we've been trained to fight who we are on multiple levels. You know what I mean? I think that's why people try to spread themselves around. And then somebody time at the end of the day, your mama turn around. Well, I told you a long time ago you should have been a writer. I told you a long time ago you should have did da da da.
Oh, yeah, man.
And it was always a gift, but like you said, trying to live life and find yourself. Sometimes we can shun our gifts and not pay attention to our God-given gifts and not
God-given talents.
God-given talent. Exactly.
Yeah,
God-given
I feel
talent.
where you coming from, because, man, you know what I wanted to be when I was young? A psychiatrist. Because I wanted to listen to people's problems, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know, I was getting off that stuff, but I wanted to be a psychiatrist. Because I looked at, like, man, when I talk to people, man, they talk to me, you know what I'm saying? And the psychiatrist ain't nobody but somebody to listen.
Exactly. And
You
that's
know
what
what I mean?
everybody needs. Somebody
You know,
that just
I
have an
wanted to
open
be
ear.
Yeah, I wanted to be a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to do a lot with the youth that wasn't done with me.
Right, exactly.
Because it's hard. Man, you know how hard it is to just try to become a black man without a black man? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's impossible to be a man without a man. Your mama, now let me tell everybody this. Is this thing on? Because a mother cannot raise a man. I'm going to say this again. A mother cannot raise a man. I mean, she can take care of him and make him a gentleman and teach him the things of life, but you can't really make him a man. He got to either have, if he ain't got a daddy or a stepdaddy or an uncle or the corner gonna raise him. And when the corner raised you as a man, you better be careful what you wish for. Then you're gonna be mad at your son for being who he is, but nobody else told him but them people that you didn't want to tell him.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, mommy's like, boy, don't go hang with them. Don't go hang with them, but you work. They the coolest people to hang with, you know what I'm saying? Because they actually trying to teach me something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just like, hey, boy, or give it a couple, or send me off, or, boy, don't get in grown folks' business and all that bull. Nah, they actually say, boy, you're going to take some money out here. I'm going to teach you a little trade, man. I'm going to teach you what to do. I'm going to teach you how to make moves and get to where you need to go, if all else fails.
And that's what it's about.
And I still say the same thing about my child. I would never want my child to do wrong in life. But I'm going to give you that thing to fall back on.
Right.
If that all else fails,
Right.
you ain't going to be down and say, I can't do nothing.
Right.
Like, all the jobs gone, the pandemic hit again, and
Right.
now you ain't getting
And it laid
now
off
you ain't getting no,
stove,
you ain't getting no stimulus. You
All that,
ain't
and
getting
he
no
waiting on
check.
that unemployment
Boy,
increase. All
Your
that.
unemployment done, what they call it when you what was it called when you run out your unemployment?
Tapped out. That's what they call
What
it.
it is.
Tapped out.
Whatever it is, but you can't get no more of that, and you have no way, ain't nobody hiring, ain't nobody doing nothing. You gotta find a way, man.
Because you still gonna have to eat.
What?
And the bill still gonna have to be paid through the
If
whole
you live in a
pandemic.
city,
They ain't stopped
you ain't
charging.
going- if you live in the city, you ain't going to hunt. You ain't
Yeah.
going to go find no food somewhere.
Nah,
else. You
at
gotta
all.
get it. And if you don't have a hustle, then you're gonna start taking from people.
Exactly.
And that's when that's when I believe in the karma. So when you start taking from people,
Mm-hmm.
then ain't too much good gonna come at
That damn sure gonna come back.
all the way.
every
It's
time.
gonna come back to haunt you. That's what
Every
they told
time.
me.
Every time.
But yeah, man. But we get ready to get on to our next. Well, we get ready to get on to our next subject. But that was a little ad lib on off of the subject of how life goes. You know what I'm saying? Because life is a trip. But well, before our commercial.
Shout out to Ma Dukes though.
Oh yeah, shout out. But Sakari, everybody. But this is gonna be a quick one before we go to commercial break. The little what's his name? Nene. Watch me whip.
What the name?
Watch me
Salino.
Salento. You know, Pringles. I don't know what his name is. But his publicist said that the reason for the murder was due to mental illness. I read a little bit of it, but it wasn't telling me where he had mental illness was at. He was just telling me where he just lived life, and it was a hard one, but it was still life.
Right.
So we talked about it, a couple shows ago about is mental illness a birth defect or is it inherited? I mean, through your environment and your life living. You know what I'm saying? Was he born with a birth defect?
Trauma.
Yeah, a trauma, a scar in your life.
Right.
Was he born with this mental illness, or did he develop it through? Do you believe he got it? Because I don't really know the dude. I mean, he young. He had that one song. I don't know if he ever had another one.
That's the only song I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar. Like,
Are you familiar with the case?
yeah, I heard a little something about it. I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to that mental illness, I feel like it's a combination of both. Because certain people built different ways. Like, people, I don't know what it is about people. Certain people just built different. Certain people can go through certain things and, come out clean on the other end. I don't know where that come from. If that's your spirit, that's your soul, that's some, the Most High, something over you. But when it comes to that mental illness, man, I know it can be natural, man. I done seen it, man. I know I got family. I got people around me that's close to people that's
Was they
tapped
born
into
that
the
way, or did they end up getting built that way through life experiences? How did they? I mean, like, was they just mental ill? Like, boy, they crazy as a child, and they was crazy. Not saying crazy, but at the end of the day,
Right,
you
right.
know what I'm saying? They not right now, and they just never. Was
I feel
right.
like it's life, man. I feel like life really, really tear people up, especially when you don't have the right building blocks. Because I feel like people look at like take the hood, and they take the hood, and for someone coming there that didn't have the meals and didn't have the lights and all the struggles, you don't see the things you did have. You had that unity. You had a structure. You had something that.
You had a village.
You had a village. You had something that kept you going. A system. And that's what's lacking, because you can have all the money, you can do everything you want, but if you don't have the right people around you, that money ain't gonna grow.
Organization
It ain't gonna do nothing. Organization rule the motherfucking nation.
Hey,
And that's what's going on. And that's like, people don't understand that. And once you get that into your repertoire,
But not getting off the topic, but I mean, we're getting back on the topic. The dude, what made him wanna kill his cousin?
I don't know.
I mean, like what?
I can't.
Like, where was his mental part? See, I don't know nothing really about the dude. They just told me and I read, but they really wasn't giving me nothing that told me that, okay, I got a reason to do this.
I love all my cousins like brothers and sisters. I can't even lie to you. We all grew up like brothers. Those were my brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you why he would shoot his cousin. I couldn't tell you. It wouldn't be no reason for me to shoot mine. That was the love, but like I said,
So it gotta be a mental illness.
It's got to be a mental illness. It could be about some bread.
A female.
It could be about a female. It could be about a lot of different things. You know what I mean? But who's telling the story? You know what I mean? Like I said,
The media, because ain't nobody else saying that, because one's not here and one locked up. So the only person who could talk is the publicist.
Right.
Like I said, and his publicist was telling some bull. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, you don't come out here and say nobody's mentally ill and they don't speak on their own. You know what I mean? What, he can't talk no more? This man had a whole $1 million career. You can't be too slow to have $1 million career, or you got so much back and it don't make no sense. Like, everybody spoon feeding you everything you gotta do. Man. Like, hey man, go out here and sing this song.
That fall is hard, man. Them boys be falling, man. That fall is hard. Everybody can't tell you like that. That's a struggle, like you said, to come from nothing and have something and have nothing again.
You should be able to get it back.
Cool. I'm gonna say 2 words.
What's that?
Stick puppet.
Huh? Well, say it one more time for the people in the corner who didn't hear you.
Stick puppet.
Oh man, not Geppetto. It wasn't a Geppetto moment.
Oh man,
That's what you basically said. So I mean, but it is a lot of them out here, man. People out here that just, you know, get ruby red, pink diamonds in their head. I mean, just it's a lot of people crazy out here, man, doing stuff for everybody. You know what I mean? I myself, you know what I mean, don't understand the situation, but man, like I said before, this generation is smarter, but they're weaker. You know what I mean? Who knows what a person will do for the cash nowadays? When people had pride and honor, it wouldn't even take that money because it ain't that serious. You know what I mean? Growing up in these days, even in my days earlier, man, niggas had so much pride that they just don't do anything. Right. Like, you just ain't gonna make a nigga do something for nothing.
I think that what it was, though. It was the extreme. If you look at history, you know, most things they cause their own adversaries. You know, the stringentness and how hard they go on people. Like you said, pride come before the fall. You know what I mean? I think sometimes people forget that, and like people grew up seeing that pride keep them down sometimes. Like, pride to keep you down. Foolish pride to keep you down. And honestly, most people got more foolish pride than any kind of pride.
Yeah, man. Other day, I wouldn't even change my name for $400,000. They said, would you change your last name from Moore to whatever? We were talking about Johnson and Johnson, so it was going to be Johnson. Would you change your name for $400,000? I'm like, nah, I'm a Moore. On my birth certificate, a Moore. My death certificate gonna be a Moore, and there ain't gonna be no other Moores around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's just me. But like, you can change it back, but nah. I feel a certain type of way that I changed it in the first place. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? For this, especially when I spend the money. Right. The money ain't there no more if I don't, you know, do what I need to do. Cause
then you talking about 400,000?
You know what I mean?
400 million.
Yeah, 400,000. I might go get me a nice car and a house, and then I'm back at work. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you don't know how you might use it. You don't know how you might use that. Because, my granddaddy told me a long time ago. I'm going to tell you what my granddaddy
It's
told
a proud man right here.
My granddaddy said, if a man gives you a car, you going to tear it up and you ain't going to respect it. But if you earn that car, then you going to take care of that car and you going to do what you got to do. And that's the same thing. If you give me $400,000, I might just go ball with it. I might not use the mental capacity. Not just saying me, but I might not use the mental capacity to utilize that money like I need to.
Right.
Because they was just getting.
That's where it going.
They like that's just like most
don't
people
know.
in the lottery go broke within 6 years. And they win hundreds of millions of dollars and they still go broke. Because
they ain't got no good people around.
it was luck and it was a time that they just do what they do.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't change my pride.
Right.
My pride won't let me change
your
for no
pride.
amount of money in this world.
Yeah.
I never change it. You know what I'm saying? But teach his own. Would you change your name? He said,
And they say you can change it back.
Okay, imagine
Man,
let's
come on
another
now.
hypothetical.
oh,
Put the $1 million on the table.
$1 million.
It's there.
It's
You
there.
can see it.
I can touch it
You
if I
touch
want
it,
to.
run your fingers through it and everything.
Yeah.
I ain't got no pistol.
Tax free.
I ain't got no pistol though.
And niggas say you can have it.
Cause you ain't gonna just tease me.
You can have it. I need a favor from you. I
What
don't
that?
need the favor today, but I'm gonna need a favor from you. You fucking with it?
No.
Nah, hell
No, bro.
Because if you giving me an
Yeah,
M, you finna
yeah,
come at me
nah.
on some
And T,
whole.
I'm not gonna get the money until I know what I gotta do for the money in the first place.
Exactly.
So a favor's a favor. You just got shucks.
But you know how many niggas they took the money?
Yeah. You know how many niggas done got killed because they didn't do the favor?
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? 'Cause
It was the money.
That's what's gonna happen. On this end, I'm gonna knock you off if you didn't do what I need you to do because I gave you the money. On this end, I might knock you off because I'm not gonna do that.
So I bring that up and say, how many times you think that happens in a year?
Oh man. How many times you think that happened in a day?
Right.
Forget a year, man. Somebody doing that right now while we
That's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
You know, but
I
maybe
think
not
so.
a million,
Right.
but it's something on the line.
But in some situations, it's a million.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a million just a nice number that everybody thought. Back in my day, a million, they said you could live your whole life off a million, off the interest in the bank and all that. Man, now $1 million, you can buy a car.
But most motherfuckers still
One.
got office in their face. They can touch it. It's there. It's like you said. It's there. That's how they get a lot of it.
Everything ain't good for you, man.
You know.
Everything look good ain't good for you,
That's
man.
a
Like,
fact.
you ever heard of too good to be true?
Everything good ain't.
That's all I look at is that's too good to be true. Like, man, you gonna give me $1 million, all I owe you boy, this is gonna be the biggest favor in the world.
Nigga
I'm
gonna call
not-
you like 3 in the morning. He gonna be like, "Hey, look."
Hey, man, I need you to move this body
And that's
with
all it is.
the dope,
And that's all it is.
with this card with a bad tag on.
You gotta take this shit to
Man, it's
Oregon.
just a whole lot on it for $1 million. It ain't gonna be just simple. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some old MacGyver type stuff. I'm not rolling. No million, not doing it,
Not enough.
not rolling. Nah, not enough. I don't know the amount. Man, they say everybody can be bought, but I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I ain't gonna just do it. Now, if you told me the favor, and it could have been a crazy favor for the $10 million, I might still do it. But if you just throw me out there in La La Land and just say any day, I
I
can
just call you anytime I ask you to do something.
Nah, man, I ain't rolling like that. Now I'm your servant. Now I'm your puppet. Now I Geppetto. Ain't no sense
You
in
follow me
it.
now,
I
nigga.
never,
You
yeah,
follow
I
me,
never
though.
be a puppet on the string, man.
But it is plenty of them out there.
Yeah.
That the world we live in, man. Walking stick of it, man. No cap.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I don't feel it. But yeah, tune in to Street Money Radio. Download the app. You know what I'm saying? It's a, money sign carved in red.
No,
But-
for real.
Download the app.
Get
Street
that,
Money
get
Radio.
that, get that.
This is the Straight Drop Show. And, gotta plug that in. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got shows tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. You'll know the schedule when, it pop up. But anyway, back to what we were saying,
Hell of a
man.
lineup.
But I think it's about time to pay some bills, so we about to hit a small commercial break, and we'll be back in 2 and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls from all around the world, welcome to the show!
There's a little place I
I want you to go. Where it feels to be isolated. Well, life is a dream, but the game's a fool. Well, life is really simple, we just complicate it. Nightlife and club show. Welcome to the circus, I'm so glad you made it. I'm talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city. Talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city. Painted faces with the clowns we play. Prepare to be so amazed forever. See, the streets are so magical. The money's invisible. It's all so illusional, a ghetto paradise, but welcome to the freak show. Take a ride with the unicorn. You see, they all wearing uniform. Under the bridges are the trolls, cause they all start to run when they hear that big horn. May I have your attention, please? Now focus on the scenery. Now I'm introducing the greatest trick that they ever see. There's a little place I want you to go. Where it feels to be isolated. Where life is a dream, but the game's a fool. Where life is really simple, we just complicate it. Nightlife and club lights for show. Welcome to the circus, I'm so glad you made it. I'm talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city. Talking about Atlanta. To my city. I'm so glad you made it. We understand it was complicated to know, but now they all came down south, and they know just who I'm talking about. Now your dreams are reality. I'm the puppet master. Anytime I can cut your strings. This is the brand new Hollywood. What good is bad and the bad is good. With lions and tigers and bears coming through my neighborhood. Hold on to your trapeze. With no net, so don't fall, please. It was all so illusional.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our big show. Thank you for coming and welcome to the new.
There's a little place I want you to go. Where it feels to be isolated. Life is a dream, but the game's a fool. Life is really simple, we just complicate it. Nightlife and club lights for show. Welcome to the circus, I'm so glad you made it. I'm talking about Atlanta. Welcome Welcome to my city. Talking about Atlanta. Welcome to my city.
Finesse a bad man.
When you in need of the moment, with a barrel in your grill, is you gon' bitch up, confess up, like what's up? Is you still gang, my nigga? Or you gon' bitch up like a fag, young nigga? Shit gets cold, and get bold, turn into hoes, yeah. Third eye on my back, for the backstabbers now. Full of trust, I can't do it, son, unheard of. Came from the bottom, way bottom, straight up out the mud. Bitch from the bottom. In this mud, it's hard to move. I be so low-key, they don't notice I'm in the room. Forever grinding, won't stop, not on your time, got my own clock, don't wear no diamonds at all. I'm blue in the bed, I flood out. These niggas, if y'all know it, they dap me up, don't show it. Now that's a scary sight. Keep friends close, your enemies closer. Even though some of your friends try to fuck you over. Oh my, that's why I try not to get blindsided. Focus more, get the paper. Multiple incomes. Oh, so you ballin'. What about when rent come? Though when I was down bad, couldn't even get shit from it. Aunt gave me the game, that acting ain't that's a shame. When you in need of the moment, with a barrel in your grill, is you gon' bitch up, confess up, like what's up? Is you still gang, my nigga? Or you gon' bitch up like a fag, young nigga? Shit gets cold, niggas get bold, turn into hoes, yeah. Third eye on my back, for the backstabbers now. Full of trust, I can't do it, son, unheard of. Came from the bottom, way bottom, straight up out the mud. Now just imagine, the same niggas get money with. You get jammed up, talking about they ain't gon' snitch. Throw them years, then he turned into a bitch. Thought you was gang, and you bang, boy. Soon as he touched them streets, I know he felt that heat. Soon as he got home, niggas waiting on the street. The police can't save him, they're about to send him to a maker. Knocked him out, stripped him naked on the street in Decatur. And they ain't licking down that barrel, what can he say now? One to his head, goddamn he dead. Closed casket, closed case, another murder, another day. Gang, nigga, you ain't bulletproof, stay safe. When you in need of the moment, with a barrel in your grill, is you gon' bitch up, confess up, like what's up? Is you still gang, my nigga? Or you gon' bitch up like a fag, young nigga? Shit gets cold, niggas get bold, turn into hoes, yeah. Third eye on my back, for the backstabbers now. Full of trust, I can't do it, son, unheard of. Came from the bottom, way bottom, straight up out the mud.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the Straight Drop Show, Street Money Radio.
Yo.
You can check us out on streetmoneyradio.com. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook. We on a few plateaus. But back to what we were saying. I was thinking the other day, you see that LeBron James and the little
And the little
white
courtside Karen, motherfucker.
yeah, courtside Karen. That's what we'll call it, because I don't know her name. But do you feel that a woman should jump into a battle with a man?
No, not at all. Not at all. That ain't no place. That ain't no place, bro. Cause at the end of the day, it's your decision as a man how you gonna handle your situation. And I can understand and love and appreciate a woman, and the love and the tenacity, and I love all of that. But at the end of the day, that's a man's place to handle a man's business. You know what I mean? It's your job to support that man in his decision. You know what I mean? It's not your job to lash out, especially at a man. You know what I mean? That's definitely not your place at all.
I feel you, man. I feel you. I was looking at it like, because I seen her side of it before I seen the ESPN and all that stuff. Because it came up on my Instagram thing, and it was like, she was talking about, he called me this, and he said that, and he was just disrespecting my husband. But then you see ESPN, and he was taunting. You know what I mean? The husband doing what he do. Taunting, and he say something back to him. It might not even been all that, you know what I mean? But she put herself, and then I heard her say she's just not a trophy wife. she really loves her husband, so she gets involved. And
Cause
I
breast
like
must be
her.
like
She got
63
married. They on
degrees,
court
yeah.
side in the pandemic, so you know they got bread at the game.
But if all that was true and well, why you just come out and apologize? Why you just come out and apologize for the whole thing?
She might have sobered up. You know, cocaine a hell of a drug.
It damn sure is.
Man,
It damn sure they
that
say.
booger sugar on
That's
court
damn
side
sure
got
what
your
they say.
adrenaline pumping.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
you thought you were gonna play.
She done had a few martinis too.
Yeah,
Go.
man. You seen her with one in the camera, man. She, you know, she thought she was Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She thought she could do something, but you know, that King James,
No,
Goat
you know
James.
what I'm
That's
talking
my
about? Got
partner,
up out
Goat
of there.
James.
Got Goat James. Got up out of there. That's a bad man.
And if you touch upon Goat James, they remove you from the building. They
No,
remove
for real.
they remove them from the building. You don't talk to Goat James. You could have talked
No.
to whoever. You could. No, I'm talking about who on the field. Trey Young. You could talk to Trey Young because they were playing the Hawks. You could talk to Trey Young.
It would have been.
Oh,
It
the
would have
Hawks.
been nothing.
You could have said anything you want. You could have spit on the court and let him slide in it. They wasn't gonna kick you out. You know how much money you pay for the seat. But you talk to Goat James, nigga. You
And he
better watch
actually
your
played in the game.
What?
Cause you know he don't usually play when he come to Atlanta.
Yeah, you
Don't
know
be
that.
tripping. He don't even play when he come here. So they were like, oh
That
no,
Goat James. Y'all ain't got no competition
We
for
getting
Goat
him up.
James.
she gotta
Man,
go.
You don't have any competition for Goat James. That's what they tell me. He ain't my favorite player. I'm a KD fan, but
Yeah, KD.
Goat James, I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? I believe it. I'd be a fool. Now, I'd be a hater. Just don't believe that this man is a freak of nature and he's a great baller. But
That
you
Achilles
know,
got to hold up.
Hey man,
I'm praying for him,
He's
though.
36 now.
I'm praying for him.
Ooh. But back to it. Back to the subject. Back on the topic. But man, that's just like this. If my girl got into it, I'm gonna reverse the whole role. If my girl got into it with a girl, they just
How
gonna
that
get
look?
into, they just gonna get into it. What
Right.
I look like jumping
Exactly.
involved
Now
in
how
their
that
business?
look? Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Exactly.
not getting involved
That's
in
damn
that.
sure not my
And I'm gonna
place.
tell you where you wrong when we get home, whether you fought or not.
Right.
Now, I see it getting the best they gonna pull on out for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna just let nobody
Exactly.
beat. But I'm gonna tell you where you was wrong, whether you was wrong in starting the fight or you was wrong in the way you fought in the fight.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you which one you should have bobbed when you weaved
Exactly.
and weaved when you bobbed.
You got this knot on
Or
your
you should have
head.
just shut up because you knew she could beat you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you when we get home, but I'm on your side there, but I'm not touching nobody.
Exactly.
I'm not getting involved. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be, shut up. Don't talk to my wife. Nah, I'm not even gonna do that. Now, if it's a man and my wife, then that's where
what
I'm gonna go in,
That's-
and then like she don't even. Now it's between us and you. Like
Now
yeah,
you
before-
stand down. Now you can
Yeah,
stand
man,
down,
you
and I
know-
should now I can come in and do
Yeah,
what I
man,
need.
you don't just jump in people's
Yeah, that's
business,
yeah,
man.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't believe in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like we was talking earlier, like,
tricky
you know, you see
territory.
something, you do something, or say something. I don't really believe it. Just like if you and your girlfriend fighting, not you and your girlfriend, but if a girl and a guy fighting and they go together, and I don't know nothing about them, I'm not getting into stopping that fight between
Exactly.
that girl and that guy.
Exactly.
Because they gonna be in love tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't gonna be in love tonight. I'm not getting involved. I'm gonna be in jail trying to defend her honor, and they gonna be together when I get out of jail, or go to jail, or if I'm trying to help her be Superman or superhero. That ain't what I believe in, man. I don't believe in getting in other people's business. Your business is your
Step
business,
lightly.
my business is mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
No cap, man. Like you said, man, you gotta step lightly out here, man. People put their nose in the wrong thing, man. Spike their face for their nose.
what?
You know what I mean?
These little young boys will kill you. Getting in their business.
Fact.
You might just be like, hey, man, you might do your Stanley. Man, stay off my grass. Man, they start shooting your house up, man. These little kids don't care no more, man.
Fact.
I don't understand it.
That's a fact, man.
I done seen it.
They souped up,
So,
man.
I don't bother them. I don't say nothing to them.
It's wild out here, bro.
Oh, boy, what? This generation crazy, man.
These young guys wildin', bro. Then these drugs out here is going wild
Oh,
with these
man,
drugs.
that's what it is.
These drugs so crazy, man.
How? See, this is where, how do, like the meth right now, See, this is elaborating. We're gonna go on off. But how about like the meth right now, man? You know, it's the new crack for these
Exactly.
white folks.
Exactly.
How do a nigga get on meth?
Shakespeare.
You done seen what crack did the whole 80s, late 70s, 80s, 90s, and still people getting on it today. So
You know what to take you there? You know what be taking them there? They be addicted. They be on them perks.
Oh yeah.
They be on them perks and they get all them perks. They can't find them. And they can't
But
get
that's
them.
that boy though. See, the heroin is more of a perk thing. That glass, I don't know what kind of pill that is. That glass, that meth they be doing now, man,
3 days.
I don't understand it.
Boy, crazy.
They be up, man. My cousin and them, bro, when they were young, man, they called it ice back in the day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Back in the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, this is 24-hour high. They were bringing it from New York.
Yeah.
They were coming down to North Carolina. So I was like, man, y'all. He said, boy, it costs so much for like $80 a gram. It was some crazy stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I was like, man, ain't nobody gonna do that.
Right.
People gonna die, man. These people smoke crack.
No, fact.
Ain't nobody smoking that. Cause they were trying to give it to the black community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Back then, they realized, nah, that's a white drug.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now they like, boy, we know who to give it to.
Mm-hmm.
But
They young niggas on everything.
that shit crazy, man. I
Everything.
don't know. I don't roll with it.
Everything, man. Stay out the way. If I can give you any advice, stay out the way. You know what I mean? Stay in your lane. You know what I mean? It's just like the sprayway.
I'm
When
trying
you
to
go
tell
to
you.
swerving in and out, that's when it be an accident.
Yeah, man.
Just stay in your lane. Know your destination.
If you know you do 55 and you do speed limit, stay in the slow lane.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You don't.
You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you. You know what I mean?
And like my man wrestling them
Yeah,
once say,
nobody.
you in the way.
No, that's
Like wrestling
That's
them
a
once say, he say you in the way.
In the
You know what I'm
motherfucking
saying?
way.
Put your shoes on. Got some work to do. We on streetmoney.com.
Right now, streetmoneyradio.com.
Oh, okay.
We wasn't on at 8. We were right there right now as of 9.
Okay.
Along with YouTube.
Oh, okay. We just hit the streetmoneyradio.com. We're on the streetmoneyradio.com. We're on YouTube, Straight Drop Show.
Come on now.
We on them plateaus, man.
Tune
We on
in,
that
tune in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But back to what we were saying, man. What you think though? I mean, with the girl, your partner, everybody fussing, and your girl making the loudest noise.
She gotta be quiet. She gotta calm down.
What?
She gotta calm down. Cause if you don't listen, you can't be corrected and you can't be directed. And sometimes you gotta. An ear is the best thing. That mouth ain't gonna always do it. You know what I mean? You got one mouth and 2 ears for a reason. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's when selecting your mate come in. Because everybody not built like that.
Yeah.
And you had to find somebody on that level because
Now that's what that's what I wanted to hear. That's what made me bring it back to that same subject. That's what I want to hear. Like, who you with reflects on who you are.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it brings it into the topic of a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Do you really believe in a soulmate?
I do. But I know it's 8 billion people in the world. And you may or not never find that person. You know what I mean? And if you do, God bless, and it's a beautiful thing. Because I've seen it. I've seen organic love, you know what I mean? And real, pure, true love. I feel like I have seen that and witnessed it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's out there. I just feel like it's very rare. I feel like people have selfish love. They build up what they want and don't think about what they have to give. Because love is a two-way street.
Oh yeah.
People more got one track minds on a two-way street. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, me and my partner, we was talking about it today, and he was like, "Man, ain't no such thing on that soulmate." And I said, "Man, yes it is. Do you know how when you talk around your phone, something pop up on
Exactly.
And
They
then
listen.
and then we seen a thing where
Listening.
it's the oldest thing. It's the oldest couple in the country, man. They on their 80th anniversary. They look like they 200. But they on their 80th anniversary. I said, man, that's what a soulmate is right there. Them people who do them 50 years together, them 35s, them 4. I mean, them bids.
Yeah,
You know
like
what
for
I'm saying?
real, for real.
That's a
Go through
bid,
all
that-
that hell and you still.
Yeah, man, that's your soulmate, man. I mean, every day ain't gonna be the best day,
Exactly.
but every day ain't gotta be the worst day.
It ain't, and it's not gonna be the worst day.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I be looking at it like that too. I don't know. And if you ask me, do I believe in this? I believe in it. I tell them, man, yeah, there's a soulmate out there for you because, like you said, I said 7.5 billion people, but you said 8. You round it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Give
said,
or take.
I said the one.
couple million.
I say probably the one who think closest like you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like who think the most like you is. You know what I mean?
Cause that's
Y'all
rare.
won. Yeah,
That's rare.
yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? A lot of people put up with things. We compensate. You know, you can do this. You don't give me this, but you give me this.
Yeah.
So I thrive off this. Then once this gone, it's over.
Yeah, but then you heard the saying is opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? But they say opposites attract, but that don't mean they magnetic and stay together. You know what I'm saying? Opposites attract, like, you know, you might be cooler, they might be hotter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might be laid back, don't
It's
talk as
levels
much,
to it.
and then she might be the outspoken, or he might be the outspoken one. So y'all yin match with y'all yang.
There's levels
you
to
know what
it.
I'm saying? But could that be a soulmate too? I mean, like, what's the definition of the soulmate? We hear about it all the time, but what's the definition? And I ain't talking about Webster. I'm talking about
Right.
the real definition of a soulmate.
I mean, I feel like it's a combination of what you said. It's like at the end of the day, to have the same mind and to just be able to play off somebody and just know you can get up and know how it's gonna be. That's a comfort that most people don't have. Life is already so sporadic. You don't know what's coming next day. We got COVID-19 and all kind of shit. Police killing niggas and all kind of niggas killing niggas and all kind of shit going on. So to have something consistent in your life that's good,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a soulmate is.
Yeah, you know, that, you know, lift you up.
And build you
Yeah.
and give you that energy to keep going. You know what I mean? Give you that inspiration. You know,
Hey, man, I feel you.
that's a fact.
I look at it, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can be either or. You know, you can either be the opposites or y'all can be almost exactly alike. But usually when you're exactly alike, you disagree on the things that y'all ain't exactly alike on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And both of you Southern.
Right.
So you ain't trying to figure out one way or the other.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know this, but it's something out there for you, cause like these people who doing these 50s and 30s and
Yeah.
20s.
That shit.
You know, these
crazy. That's
bids.
for lifers.
Yeah, man.
That shit's wild.
Them people they found who's supposed to be with them forever.
No, for real.
I think. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, it feel like
But
it's
not
part
if
of a
you waiting on her.
mentality.
Not if you waiting on her to cough like, boy, that's cancer. I heard it in your
Nah.
voice. Die. Yeah, I'm ready for you to. Boy, God got us together. Now, I ain't talking about them right there who fighting the months, but they just stay together. I'm
Nigga
talking
waiting
about
on
the
their
ones
policy.
who still acting like they did when they first met
Nah,
each other.
yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Them are the ones I feel like might be a soulmate.
That's a fact, man.
But
That's a
yeah,
fact.
but yeah, more about you though, man. You know, you got a lot of platforms, man. You got a lot of things going on. You got the spill on the Instagram. You know,
Yes,
you
sir.
be hitting them things hard in the morning, boy. Them pearly whites and
Oh yeah,
all kind of stuff.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes, sir.
So, tell me about you.
Like I said, man, I just laid back, man. I try to keep it playing smooth, man. Everybody who know me, man, I'm laid back, man. They call me cool too. You know what I mean? I be laid back. I mean, I be laid back. Everybody know me. They call me the brain. You know what I mean? I break it down, man. What you need a budget. You know what I mean? I can hit you with some tax shit. What you need some music shit. You know what I mean? I'm a connoisseur. You can catch me on my Miles Davis. I lay back. I just be in my fortress of solitude. You know what I mean? Lay back, kicking shit on my next plot planning. You know what I mean? Like I said, you can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink. Put the play in front of you. I can't make you think. You know what I mean? That's what I live by. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But you know, given what your basis is on, you know, when you do your thing, when you do your spiel, man, just because I be listening to it all the time, man. I listen to it all the time,
Right.
and I be like, man, this boy got something to say, man. I gotta get him. He got something to say. He's somebody who can sit in a room with grown ups and hold his own. Matter of fact, teach a grown up something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate
Something that
that.
he didn't catch when he was young. You know what I'm saying?
Well-
Because you know they all know me, man. We've been on here for a while. We usually have a bunch of people and we do this, but you knew.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get it to
And I
where
appreciate it.
these
I
people
appreciate
feel who you are.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got something to say, man. And you know, give me a spiel, man. Like, what would you say? Like, what did you say today? Matter of fact, like, what was your spiel for today?
Honestly, man, I ain't had no spill, man. I always say I had to go replenish the well, man. You know what I mean? I be spilling this shit out so much, man. I had to go replenish the well and go back because I feel like it's a life. You know what I mean? A lot of times I just be spilling out shit that I've experienced or how I interpret things that I've seen and my OGs, my big homies, the people I've been around all my life. And it's lessons, man. It's really just being able to pay attention to life, and it's the key right there. If you really just pay attention, everybody's so focused on living their life and doing it their way, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Everybody, that's their prerogative. That's their right. You know what I'm talking about?
They can do what they want.
You can do what you want to do, but at the end of the day,
Bobby told you best.
it's something out there for you. And most of this shit, check your technology. This shit ain't come out of thin air. These motherfuckers took something from here. They added a microchip. Then this motherfucker
Hey,
added
man.
the screen and woo, woo, woo.
Hey man, I remember the Jetsons when I was a little boy. Them things been on
There
since
you go.
the early
They told
80s,
you-
and we were watching them talk on
They told
phones.
you 40 years ago. They
Yeah,
told
that you could see a person on, and you thought that thing was like, man, they tripping, boy.
And here you go. Right now, FaceTime.
What?
Easy.
Easy. I'm
And
talking
then
about.
you know, right there. They building off all this shit. It's nothing wrong with taking from life experiences of other people and just opening your ears, and you'll find out like a lot of times life really right there for you. A lot of the shit you going through, open your ears to the person you least expect. You know what I mean? You can get something from anybody. Everybody got something for you. You know what I mean? If
Hey,
you just
man.
willing to listen.
Remember that drunk man that was on the corner drinking that Mad Dog 2020? We knew 2020 wasn't gonna be right ever since then, man. But he was drinking that.
No.
He was giving you real spill, though,
No,
man.
no, for real.
Man was out there. He drunk.
Yeah.
He doing him.
Yeah.
He might have did a little more than drink.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he could tell you anything you need to know. He was Google. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, but he was a hood Google. He could tell you what'll make you his age.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? How you can make it that long. Because you might be balling now at 17, 18, hearing them, and dead at 21.
And that shit over.
But you got more than what he had, but he probably had that when you were young.
Exactly.
But he might have lost, or he might still got it and just a drinker and sit up there and want to give his knowledge, give his blessings out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got blessings to give, man. Like I can sit and talk to people or sit and listen to people, and you leave on a better day. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? If you can
And that's
leave,
what it's about.
if you can
That's
leave
what it's about.
feeling better about yourself after you leave it than you did before you came, then I did my job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't nobody who.
That's our gift, man. That's our gift to give,
yeah,
man.
man. I've been doing this all my life, man. Since I was
That's it.
a little boy.
That's it.
But they didn't have these type of plateaus to even talk to the world.
And it's a blessing, man. It's really a blessing, like you said, that be somebody that's willing to give. Like I say, this my OG. This who I came up under. You know what I mean? And so I got that spirit. You know what I mean? It's about that giving, cause like that's how you get yours. You know what I mean? That it's gonna always come once you learn to let that go. You see that, man? You good, bro. Don't even. Cause it's gonna come to you. It's gonna come back to you when you least expect it. And you gonna open up, you gonna wake up one day and be like, well, what the hell going on? Now we all finna eat again.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
And you go do
man.
it again, and you keep doing it, and that's how you keep replenishing the well, and you spill it out. You gotta take time for yourself. Don't be no fool. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta. You don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I mean? You don't owe nobody nothing, but just to be yourself. You know what I mean? Just be genuine. You know what I mean? Be real in your heart. You know what I mean? Find that spirit, man. I'm telling you, man. It'll keep you going. It'll keep you going. I'm telling you, man.
Hey, that's
keep-
how they say you have your heaven on earth, man.
That's
You
a
be
fact.
like, you know, when you happy, man. When you live in a life, like you can have a lot of money and not be happy.
At
You know
all.
what I'm saying? That's one of the most suicidal rates besides
At all.
college students. Is what's gonna happen is being, you know what I'm saying, having a lot of money, not having it, or having a lot of money, don't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
So that's not gonna make you all the way happy. That's gonna solve a lot of problems.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's a fact.
saying?
It's a big
Don't
difference.
get it twisted. You want a lot of money, but you got to know how to manage
big
a lot of money because a lot of money ain't for everybody. You got boss and you got workers, and you got all different type of people.
Right.
So you can't always want to be a boss when you're a worker, or you can't always want to be a worker when you're supposed to be a boss.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
And that's the problem.
Or either you got all Indians and no chiefs.
And that's a problem
You know
too.
what I'm saying? So, yeah, so you know
Depending
how,
on where you at.
yeah, exactly. So you know how that go.
That's a fact.
It's just, I don't know, man. We live and we learn.
That's it, man. We supposed to, man. I feel like that's a wise man. That's being able to soak it up and be able to dodge them curves before they come, man. That's life. That's really living, man. Soaking it up and learning from the state, man. It's not about how old you are, because you can experience the same shit over and over and over and over and over again and
Never
don't grow from it.
Yeah, never
So
grow.
to just say you an old nigga and just experiencing shit don't mean nothing.
Man, you on a treadmill, man, going
Yeah,
nowhere.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just you can't do nothing but what you programmed to do.
Exactly.
That's why I look at a person like, I mean, not calling nobody out or nothing like that, but you know, I look at a repetitious person, like to do the same thing over and over again, man. I would go crazy. Now I have mental illness. If I had to go up here and get this car part and stick it in this keyhole, and that's what I do every day. Like I don't advance or nothing. I just stick a car part in the keyhole from 7 o'clock to 3 o'clock.
That's
or
about
whatever.
comfort though. That's a comfort level. People get that bubble, and you know that repetition become comfortable because people sometimes that shit be too much for their own personal reason, whatever it may be. Their repetition was keep them going because the idea of something else is too much for them.
That's what I'm saying. That's a worker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's somebody who was built to work. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And ain't nothing wrong with that because you can make a good living off just
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes you make a better living than a boss. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good worker. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's
But-
really depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, it depends on your craft. It depends on what level your chessboard is.
Exactly.
Like if you just like think in the box, you gonna make in the box money.
Exactly.
You know, so you got a salary cap on your box.
Exactly.
But if you think outside of the box, ain't no salary cap, man. The thing gonna go on forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be loving the speed because this is what you be on. I be wanting to say it back, but I ain't typing all
Nah, that-
you know, man, I ain't going on Instagram. I
Nah,
don't
for
type
real,
nothing.
you know how we do.
Yeah, so, but I be hearing you when you be doing it, man. That's why I wanted to get you here today, man.
I
We were
appreciate
supposed to
it,
have
man.
a couple other people here today, but they were too young. See, you can't trust nobody in their 20s. You know, you hit 30 now, so you can come there, but you can't trust.
I hit the
niggas
door.
in-
I always
Yeah,
say that,
man,
nigga.
you
I've been
can't-
in the corner, nigga. I'm at 30. I hit the door.
Anytime they need you,
Wham.
you there.
I'm on the line.
When you need them, boy, I tell you.
Mm.
But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another story
episode.
for another time.
It's another episode.
That's when they get here and I talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Hey, boy, we got a lot of bills that we gonna pay.
Gotta pay the bills.
Gotta pay them. But
Hey.
in a minute, we're gonna have, you know
Turn
what I'm
the lights
saying?
out.
We'll be able to, you know, get your commercial and
Right.
your little ads and everything
Yeah.
on, man.
Tap
you know,
in.
we got a number that we're gonna give out to
Yeah,
let
tap
you
in.
know, you know, what you need to do to get your commercial played
That's
on
a
here
fact.
and everything. But right now, we about to go and, you know, pay a couple bills with Straight Drop Show, Street Money Radio.
Fly. Wings on a plane. I run this shit like the Masons. Flow just murder the track like Jason. Pussy niggas hating, money steady inflating. I smoke like a Marley. I ain't Jamaican. Get high every day. Fuck probation. I got a short fuse. Don't test my patience and you good. High maintenance women say that I'm too hood. I bet your boyfriend sweeter than a fruit cup. I'm a bachelor looking for some group love. Holla at me, baby, show the crew love. Sling wood like Major League. And I get the women what they came to see. Wings too fly. That ain't even a topic. Right now, focus and open your eyelids. They got your brainwashed, you don't even know it. TV keeps you blinded by the bullshit. That's why your vision of beauty is distorted. And girls don't like their body unless they bought it. We in the last days, everything fast paced. You see the exploitation of the black race. Hip hop is the main tool. Don't let the entertainment industry change you. I won't, still I remain the same dude. I came, wings on a plane. Dino and power, now we got change. Same old game, just a different face explain. With that said, power and money from the country. Politician is only another word for puppet. They dance on strings. Tell you what you wanna hear to keep you on the team. Whole damn time, they just feeding you a dream. Make you think everything peaceful and serene. And that ain't right, but that's life. Ain't nothing you can do. Plug your mind into something other than a tube. No creativity, fucking up the music. Hip hop dead? Nah, they just abuse it. Style over substance, popcorn songs. They in it for a minute, but not for long. Give me longevity. I do this shit for fun, busting off thoughts like I'm shooting with a gun.
To the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control. You better pay attention to the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control.
I ain't tryna seem too political, I'm only giving you knowledge to help you clear the visual of what you see. Cause what you see is what they're giving you. Read in between the lines, maybe you get a clue. Since the beginning of time, they found ways to subliminally enter your mind. What if they try to make you question, is that really your God? What you feed into it, believe that bullshit? Nah, I ain't think so. Me neither. I'm not a robot, I'm a free thinker. But I can see past all of the propaganda. They fly UFOs in the sky to scare ya. And it's all part of the new world order. American state of mind, rule and conquer. Uncle Sam said, be all that you gonna be. They talk about overseas, it's war up in these streets. Every day another nigga die. But they'll send you to Iraq to defend the lie. It's America, land of the free, home of the brave. They tryna turn us all into slaves.
Pay attention to the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control. You better pay attention to the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control.
Can't sleep on life, it's time to wake up. Job rates at a low, the crime rate is up. We've been through a depression, now the Trump administration trying to finesse us, and that ain't great. Can't sleep on life, it's time to wake up. Job rates at a low, the crime rate is up. We've been through a recession, now the Trump administration trying to finesse us, and that ain't great. The music nowadays pollute the sound waves. The industry's made for you to lose and not gain. It's in disguise, but it's the same as back when Jim Crow laws was aimed at black men. We all just wanna be successful, but not at the cost of giving worship to the devils. Open up your eyes, get on another level. They digging you a hole, but you the one with the shovel.
Pay attention to the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control. You better pay attention to the things around you, cause things around you are placed around you for global mind control.
Shaking her ass, that's a whole lot of love.
She kissing on my belly, gotta remove my pistol. That's a whole lot of thug. Her best friend knocking at the door saying she gotta go. She told her shut the fuck up. We live in the late night. We at war with them bitches from daylight. We on 7 ducks off and we stay right. Bitch, we go back to Mars when we take flight. I'm from Bankhead Cold, little bitch. And I keep that dope, little bitch. I got the Zans and the rocks, I got the clean in my pocket, let the lean give you a whole little bitch. I know you got money, but we got that lumber. You pussies ain't fucking with this. We count the blue hunters, ain't nothing but stunners. We whip out on runners like this. Fuck with Atlanta, them shooters don't miss. They come up missing on 166. Mookie play like DUI in this bitch. Just like a hawk, I might find this bitch. I got that molly all over my body, then I know karate and you don't exist. Started at honesty, end up at fathers. We fuck up them rats, I'm a bitch cause we rich. Everybody on some, but shout out don't give a fuck, nigga, cause that's your biz. Take a nigga head off about your shit. When the police come, nigga, I don't know shit.
Everybody on drugs, bills, Molly, lean, goods, bitches, stripping, in the club, niggas, tipping, spinning, bugs, throwing cash, blowing money, throwing cash, blowing money, throwing
You say you wanna get high, hit that. Hey, so gone, can't get back. Dish that shit, kill Mike Jack. Peel real small like a Tic Tac. High like Prince in the Corvette. Sipping purple rain on 5 Percocets. Kicking like smoking in the chicken coop. With a fat booty bitch and smug boots. Slam. I'm smoking my vegetable, eating my edible. Slam, ho, slam. Can't fuck with no regiment, that shit tell. Slam, ho, slam. My purpose is medical, Zanny, that medical. Slam, ho, slam. I'm smoking a lot of pack in the mirror. Slam, ho, no. On the blow, bitchy, naked, playing in the snow. Model bitches wanna swallow. Drop the Molly in the black bottle. Slap report line. Too many bitches that fit in the ride. Me and they bitches, we DUI. They TTG, I'm high as the sky. JT and Fabo, they hop in the car. Let these bitches jump and shit, and they fucking straight to the 12, straight to the loft. Breaking these bitches just like a boss.
Everybody on drugs, bills, Molly, lean, goods, bitches, stripping, in the club, niggas, tipping, spinning, bugs, throwing cash, blowing money, throwing cash, blowing money, throwing cash, blowing money, fuck around and catch a bullet, trying to take it from me.
Welcome back to the Straight Drop Show, Street Money Radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tune in, man. Download, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta do that.
You know what I'm saying? Write letters. You know what I'm saying? Throw
All of that.
kites.
All
You
of
know,
that
all
shit.
of the above, man.
Tweet, all that shit.
Yeah, man.
Put it on Tumblr, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now we gonna turn into the Wakanda show. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get. Yeah, we like Akumate. We get ready to turn into, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go on.
Ali, Boombaye, Ali,
That's why we
Boombaye.
should have came back on because, you know, we both got a little conspiracy in us, man. We got a little, you know, we theorists, but we fact checked on some of the theories that we fact checked on.
See, most folk don't know that term was coined by the CIA. It's pretty common sense thinking. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that's going on.
They was like, well, you trying to play me, man. We need Raymond Reddington. You know what I'm saying? We need somebody to get this thing stopped. You know what I'm saying? We gotta patrol the situation, man.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, you gotta blacklist stuff like that. That's why ain't nothing happened with that inauguration. Then nothing happened. But you know, them the conspiracy theories that I be talking about. Even with our culture and our youth and our, you know, just being us. You know what I'm saying?
It's
being
perpetuated.
Hey man, where I live, you know what I'm saying, my neighborhood was like this, man. And to come out this way, you come by a funeral home. Come out this way, you come by hospital. You come out this way, you go by the police department, and then you got a narrow way out this way through a little white neighborhood subdivision.
Right.
And you know, it's usually a license check over that way.
Right.
So it's hard to get out of there. So they program into a lot of our minds that only way out of your neighborhood is the funeral home, the hospital, or the police department.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
From a
It's
child.
just a narrow way out through the back. You know what I'm saying? And we got a roadblock up here, so you better be all the way good when you try to come through this way.
It's done.
What? You know how many times people done got trying to come out that way? Because the back way to somewhere you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm saying with the conspiracy theory, I'm like, man, the programming of us.
It is.
Like how they put anything in us. And we fall for it. I don't know how we fall for it.
I mean, actually, man, when you don't have, that's all you know, man. Like I really think about it sometimes and have these conversations with, whether it's people in my family or just co-workers, or, you know, just intelligent conversations, man. When you really think about it, man, like it's really embedded in us, bro. Like it's really so deep down in it that you really can't have it.
DNA.
You really can't have a conversation about it because the things you bring up, it's not even questioned. Like to not have no identity of yourself.
Like the question of church. Like your great grandma, your grandmas, and all them to question church. Man,
That
boy,
all
that's
they
blasphemy, boy. You're going to hell. You know what
Off
I'm
the
saying?
top.
No, do not pass go. Do not even collect $200.
Done. You can't even come in my house.
Exactly.
You
Boy,
feel
you
what
got
I'm
them
saying?
spirits, boy.
All of that, yeah.
Yeah, man. And, you know, we talked about this for many years. You know what I'm saying? We done talked about this for many years. And I'm looking at it like, no, because you know, it was illegal for us to read in early, you know what I'm saying, back in the
Slavery. We all need that.
Have you ever
identity.
traced your roots back?
Man,
Because
honestly,
your roots don't go far back to Africa. You know what
honestly, it just depends on which side you go to. Cause like on my father's side, I'm the first generation born in America. You know what I mean? On my
I mean? Now,
father's
I say
side,
your roots don't go far back.
you know what I mean? That's it's really right there. You know what I mean? I feel blessed to have that direct connection. You know what I mean? And be exposed to the culture. And I feel like through my life, that's done helped me to have an open mind to grow and experience new things and meet new people and travel and just have an open mind and want to travel and want to see new things and meet people. And I feel like that spirit is lacking in the community because you get so used to the same thing, you'll forget that you can leave, you can go, you can do something else. And it's really not hard. It's not hard at all. Like I'm telling you,
All it takes is effort.
effort.
Hey man, I know some people where they wouldn't go to a major city that was 20 minutes from them. Like from Riverdale to Atlanta, they wouldn't drive that to Charlotte just because they was out of their norm. That ain't where, or they'll dress up, or like they really going somewhere and it's only 20 minutes away.
Right.
It's nowhere.
Right. But it's a whole
You might
different
go
world to them.
4 times in a day if you really got stuff to do
Right.
in both them places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, like that's the mind frame of
It's
being
a small, it's a closed
but
mind,
that's
small
my
mentality.
That's my neighborhood. That's places that I'm from. You know what I'm saying? That's places that I've been in. That's places that I've seen. And you know what I'm saying? Boosie got a nice little song, little small town. You know what I'm saying? With big dreams. And you know what I'm saying? I feel him on that because, you know, sometimes you bigger than where you from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to take yourself to where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be a 4-star scholar, athlete, but you go to a 1A school.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you supposed to be playing the 7A, breaking records, on TV, doing what you do. But you don't get that because you at a 1A school and you can't see outside the 1A school, but everybody tell you you're nice. You know what I'm saying? And I try to get a lot of people from family, well, you know, all my family basically there, but a few of them. But most of my friends, I try to, man, I need to get out of there where man, come on, man. It's like Quantum Leap. You go back, it's the same, like you doing the same thing you did with
But
me.
that's what it is. And like you said, it's a loop de loop. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's a blessing to have the mind and want to do something and be exposed to it. You know what I mean? 'Cause like you said, we train to be around. That's why we glorify the hood. You know what I mean? Like when you don't have nothing, nobody want to feel bad about where they stay. Nobody want to feel bad about where they have to eat and
love
what
where
they
I'm
got to
from.
do. And you gonna be proud of it. But like we said earlier, that pride come before the fall, and you'll be locked into your hood. Then you'll become trapped because you don't want to leave. People like you said, people 20 minutes away because that's not your hood. That's not where you feel comfortable. But when you uncomfortable, that's where growth comes.
Yeah.
You got to be uncomfortable to grow.
Any
level of
you
growth.
can never know who you are till you do it on your own. Now, when you this is why I feel
That's
people
a
don't.
fact.
I feel people don't leave. People don't leave is because they are content and they got a crush over here and they know over here and they safe over here
Facts.
and they can get this over here.
Facts.
Why would you want to leave when you got to go somewhere where you got to get it all on your own? You
Start
gotta
all
learn,
over.
Yeah, you got to learn from the beginning. You might have a couple dollars, but if you ain't got no resources, you ain't got nothing.
Ain't gonna
You know
work.
what I'm saying? Cause money don't just buy everything. A fool and his money is soon part.
That's
Like
right.
I had a partner.
Facts.
I had a partner come down here from where we from, and before he even got to me, and he ain't been in the city but 30 minutes, he got caught in a 3-car molly down at the underground because he went and got some shoes, and he lost the shoes and some money. Couldn't even do what he needed to do when he got here because he done got slicked by downtown because, you know, he ain't built that way. He ain't really seen that way.
Right.
So you can't just come to a foreign land and think you're gonna take control.
Yeah.
But they gonna shot. They gonna take everything from you and send you back. That's a lot
That's
of
what they
these
say,
people
but it
under
just
the
depends who
bridge.
you at, cause shit, they been doing that all. They been doing that all from the beginning. That's
Exactly.
all it is.
That's them people. That's some of the people that's under the bridges, like Hollywood especially. Cause they're
Exactly.
the ones that really take advantage of you.
Exactly.
They go out there to be a star, and now they on Skid Row.
You know what I mean? Done.
And they still think they might be a star because they don't put something in. Now the mental illness done set in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They've been harmed. They've been hurt for so long. So I mean,
'Cause they
you only
ain't
built for
even-
what
they
you
ain't
built for, man. Like some people ain't built to lead the hood.
At all.
But
That's
that's from their
sad to say,
parents.
but that's
I
a fact.
blame the parents and the parents' parents because if your parents didn't show you how to get out of the hood, it's hard to learn it on your own. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Especially when you learn it from people who ain't never left it.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
a fact.
How can I teach you to leave somewhere that you ain't never left?
And I
What
think
they say on Baby Boy? How you gonna kick me out of the house? This
Big
ain't
grandma
big
house.
Grandma house. You, know
you
what I'm
ain't
saying?
never. I ain't gotta leave the nest if you ain't never left it.
Exactly. So that's how you built. A baby boy. That might be the name of the people that I need to talk to. Baby boys. I done heard about you. Tyrese's. Baby boys.
The real ones.
Yeah, man.
The real ones.
Yeah, man, because but yeah, man, I'm just saying you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, you gotta stand on your own too, man. I left at 16. You
That's
know
it,
what I'm saying? I left as a adolescent.
Yeah.
But you know, I made my way.
And that's it.
I came here to Atlanta. Well, yeah, to Atlanta when I first moved. That was 98. You know what I'm saying? With a dream, a pipe dream, a U-Haul, and a pregnant baby mama.
Nick.
You know what I'm saying? Leaving from where I was from, and didn't know nobody.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But well,
Lived the
my
whole
mama
life
came
with
down
it.
here, but she chilled. But didn't know nobody really, and ended up, 20 some odd years later, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't plan on going nowhere.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
it.
So,
It made a home.
I mean,
Made a home.
got a lot of kids that, I planted seeds here.
No,
you
that's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying? You know
That's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying?
You got a reason to stay now, for
Yeah,
sure.
I planted seeds. It was grown seeds, too.
Facts.
But yeah, man. But at the same time, like, how do you feel? This is another little one, man. How do you feel on like, okay, when they got us off them boats and stuff like that, we was with, the child, the wife, and the husband. Well, the man.
Right.
And they see how strong that little boy is, and then they sell him off to another plantation to breed more.
Exactly.
And then they sell him off again while he young and still a stud to breed more on different plantations. And then they be like, hey, boy, that nigga got a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying?
I
That
get
nigga
what
got a
nobody
bunch
think
of
about
baby.
it like that.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga got a bunch of baby
Nigga
mamas.
might have
Then what was instilled in you was
35
still in you.
children.
Your great granddaddy had about 20, 30 of them. You know what I'm saying? You get all the way down to like recent of a great grand, they got 12 something kids.
That's a fact.
And then they got another whole family on
That's
the
a
other
fact.
side of the street that you didn't even know about.
And all.
You know what I'm saying?
Granddad
and then you
kicking
just
big
got
shit.
to the generation that came around to say, shit, we ain't even gonna play. I'm gonna have this baby, and I'm gonna move over here and have this baby.
On a different way, you taking care of shit.
Exactly.
That was the only thing nigga taking care of everything.
But just
everybody.
think, in the beginning, they didn't take care of nothing. They just moved on.
I heard it say that
Ain't
must be future great granddaddy.
Shout out to Ernie. Hey, man. Wrestler number one, you will be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He said that future granddad. But there's a lot of people granddad. ODB. Hey, shoot. There's a lot of my partners who got 14, 15 kids. You know what I mean? I got partners.
Nah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? So, I just know.
That's a fact.
It's gangster though, man.
Like you said, it's epigenetics, man. Like all this shit that come, like you said, we was talking about earlier, it come down the pipeline, man. Like
Oh, yeah, man.
it's learned behavior, man. We at some point you gotta look at ourselves and look like we can point at the yard, and I tell folks just like you got a yard and you got them motherfucker walking their dog and letting their dog shit in your yard, and you mad as hell, you moving, woo, 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 but yet you got your dogs running around your yard, front yard, they shitting in your yard. They running around, they shitting in other people's yard. They going there, and everybody see that. And at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna feel no type of way about nobody dog shitting in your yard. And that's just a fact. And it's certain shit that we gotta clean up as ourselves. That's some real shit. You know what I mean?
Well,
we
gotta
working
sweep
on
around
it.
our own porch.
Right, we gotta sweep, and we working. That's what we working. We doing it.
And that's what I heard it.
You feel what I'm trying to tell you? Like
that was crystal clear.
In so many words, like that's what's
Yeah.
going on. Like
Stanley, get off my lawn.
ah,
Yeah, man, get off my
that's
lawn.
just really what's going on, man. You
When
can't.
Stanley
you can't
dog
deny it.
on everybody else's lawn, humping they
Exactly.
dog.
Exactly.
So listen, I'm gonna say this because you got 18 minutes. I'm gonna ask you this to sweep around your own front porch. Do it contain black on black crime?
Do it contain? It do. That is a part of it. No cap. That is a part of it. That is.
When
a
you
part
say
of it.
that, I've been called a coon, and all this, but I think sweep around your own that pertains to goddamn black on black crime. Cause niggas don't give a fuck about each other. Nobody else. You know what I mean? When I say that, oh nigga, oh you, tell me.
Because like you said, because you heading home. Because you heading home. And like I said, I'm a young man. I've been out here. I'm 30 years old. I've been out here and I know what's going on. And what you saying, it started at home. Because when you see what happened out in these streets, a lot of things that happen to people that's doing it to us, they know we lack unity. Because we don't have that. Like you said, when we go home, from a lot of time people go home, and I know this for a fact. People have went home from protests and had to duck from shootouts and drive-bys when they got home from coming from protesting in their hood at home.
That's what I was
that's
gonna
an
say.
issue because
Protesters went home and shot at niggas too.
Hey,
that's a
no. I'm gonna tell you like this.
You feel me?
I feel you
So
remotely.
you niggas was both faking down here in the protest.
Hey man, do
That's
you
it,
not?
but then that come
No,
from
I ain't gonna say the fake who getting shot at, but you niggas was shooting.
ain't shooting at the right people.
Because I'm a firm believer within the protest, a lot of people, as organized as some rallies were, a lot of them weren't. And with no organization come infiltration. And then now anybody can come into your party and do whatever they want to do. And
That
you
was a mold.
under your
Umbrella.
under your umbrella if you don't have that organization.
No matter the color.
And that's what's going, no matter the color, because
man, you
everybody's
heard-
so into
You gotta keep the
make
circle
thing,
small.
which is nothing wrong with that if you have the organization in the unity in the realness. But if that's not what's happening and you going for just the surface look of it, then that's what you get, what you see when a peaceful rally turns into something that it wasn't meant to be. Because the people that was there, that did that, that's what they came there for. Because the people that came there to protest went home.
Yeah, exactly. Hey man, that's why back in the day when they say keep your circle small, I used to be like, yeah man, can't be a lot of people in your circle, man. You know what I mean? Keep your circle small. But at the same time, now I'm starting to understand keep your circle small don't mean as much as how many people is the how many minds. You know what I'm saying? Like keep your circle small mean like everybody on one accord.
Exactly.
So I can have 3 people or 100 people, but if we all thinking alike, my circle's still small.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You only as big as how many people thinking outside of your box.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at that too. That's why the people who rally for Trump, I'm not with them. I'm not on their side one bit. I mean, they should be hung at the stakes. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to the fullest extent of the law. But at the same time, I respect their cause of what they were trying to do, what they were trying to say. Because they gathered together and they did something that I ain't gonna lie, man. As a nigga myself, would not do. I would not sit in the Capitol building on the floor.
No.
I would not have a barbarian up here talking about some all that up there talking to me.
And you know why? Because you know better.
Exactly.
And
I
that's
had
a fact.
home training.
Everybody saw that, watched their home, and said, damn, man, y'all know if that was black folk,
What?
they would have did this.
What?
And the fact that
They
everybody know that. Everybody know that.
And now they
And
asking,
still can just live and go on with life every day.
and now one of them
Exactly.
done bonded out and asking she got to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
You know
For
what I'm saying?
work related.
Work related.
It's a work-related retreat.
Yeah, it's a work related retreat. She trying to go to Mexico on bond from a federal.
Yeah.
Because everything that happens in DC.
And made the video.
Yeah, anything that happened in DC, man, you can get, back in the day, now it's legal, but back in the day, you can get caught with a dime bag of weed, it was a Fed charge. Because if you know, Washington, D.C. stands for District of Columbia, which is not a state for the people who, may not really, comprehend mentally. I ain't gonna say mentally.
I.e. Vatican City.
Yeah, exactly. Because Washington is a whole state without the D.C.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know who need to know that, but I was giving that information out just in case.
Do your Googles.
Yeah, exactly. I hope you went to schools. You had to know all 50 capitals and all that bull. But anyway, D.C. is the District of Columbia. So that's not a state. Everything's a federal charge. But these are misdemeanor federal charges. And if you read the articles on the CNN, US Today, and all that, they don't even put the federal in front of it.
No.
They just say misdemeanors.
I give
3
you-
counts of misdemeanor, breaking and entering, misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, misdemeanor, this, and this. She had 3 charges.
Now imagine you saying about DC. You used to get a fair charge for a dime of weed. Now they giving out weed if you get the COVID vaccine in DC.
All right, man.
Ain't that how the times change
But
and the laws change?
you caught a Fed charge with it, and now you got a federal F on your report card, man. They got to get rid of all that. They see it was hard to legalize weed because all the people who done made money off of with the weed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Folk done
Because-
built their careers. All these senator
What?
anti-drug campaigns
You know
and all that
how
shit. They done
many
built careers on that
You
shit.
know how many Migos got hit and how many planes done
What?
got took down?
Fields burnt down, all
Yeah,
kind of
man.
shit.
To just legalize it. But that's like the prohibition and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You got NASCAR out of that. I don't know what you might get some plane
It's
racing.
an name of
You're flying high.
speedboat racing.
Yeah, I don't know what to do because they had a lot of that coming over in the planes in the
Mhm.
little private airports, and I knew a couple of them where I was from. Them mother used to bring it in. The
Yeah.
Jamaicans, but I digress.
It's another story.
Statutory limitations is out of the
What is
way.
it?
You couldn't catch them if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Neither
telling the
here nor
story. You know what I'm saying? This may be a fable.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
a tall tale. I'm just talking.
What is it?
So,
What you got? A
Don't-
non-fiction.
Yeah. Don't hold this against me at all. But yeah, man, I had a good show tonight, man. I enjoyed this one, boy.
Nah, for real, man. It's
You
been
know
a
what I'm
blessing.
saying?
Facts.
And it's been a long time since we sat and just reasoned.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
Huh?
11 minutes.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's been a long time since we even reasoned, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You got anything you want to let be known or anything you want to discuss before we leave out of here? We got 11 of them.
We got 11 minutes, man.
We got 11 of them.
11 minutes, man. You put me on the spot, man.
Hey, man,
We
sometimes you
got
got to be.
it,
They put
Yeah.
me on the spot all
You
the
know what
time.
I mean,
man.
they always put you on.
I ain't making Mr. Bojangles. I ain't gonna make you dance.
Nah, man. It's just like I said, it's just a blessing to be here, man. I'm just glad to be here. Like I said, this my OG. We go so way back. You know what I mean? And I really soaked up a lot of my flavor and a lot of my game. Just how you be a man to handle your business. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's a lot of things I feel like we need to work on, like we were talking about earlier, on ourselves. You know what I mean? But we doing it. You know what I mean? I'm. Come on now, you see?
Hey, man. Hey,
Black
man.
man, black man, black man. You know what I'm talking about? I tell you, they black.
Well, I watch this young man.
Black Jesus, you know what I'm talking about? It's about elevation, and that's all I want for us, man.
Oh yeah, man. I watch this young man grow up, man. I'm talking about grow. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, become from a child to a man, because I ain't gonna never call him a boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
He was a child to a man, and he knew what it was from the beginning.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's a fact.
it's always been respect, man. That's why when I be seeing your spiel and your stuff on the Instagram, I keep on reminding everybody.
Man, that's
so
the
you
love,
can
man. Come get me, man, on
you
the
know what I'm
grind,
saying?
tune the brain.
I need
on the
some
grind,
followers
man. Come
on that,
Soak
man.
it up, baby.
He gonna have one tomorrow just for this one.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? On his way where he going, he gonna have one
got
tomorrow.
to,
so
man. Got to,
you know
man. It's
what I'm
about
saying?
blessings, man. It's about
Hit 'em
blessings
with-
moving forward.
hit him with a few followers, but at the end of the day, man, I'm just like, man, I always respected you. I
appreciate
always knew from when the youngster that you was that, like, man, he different.
I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that.
Like, God, this man, he's so intelligent. You're always smart through school. And shout out to the Golden Gate West End.
Yeah,
Shout out just old
Oh
school.
man, they
And
was
Miss
man, they
Peg-
was man, Miss Woody Person, man, back in the day, man, Gate City Heritage, man, it was a small private Afrocentric school, man. I'm talking about they had us doing Ida B. Wells Barnett when we was second grade, man. It was a blessing, man, to just be exposed to so much
In the
culture.
West End. In
Yes,
the West End,
West
the
End,
hood.
the West End of Atlanta. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
West
man.
End, you know what I mean? Real homegrown, man, and it was really a great experience to just be exposed to so much culture at a young age, man. Like I said,
I remember when you got to middle school, man, and you did that in about third, fourth grade.
Remember
You was
that?
like, man, I did this about third, fourth grade, man. Here, middle school, going ready to go to high.
nah, for real, them folks,
Yeah,
man.
man. That woman, man, she was a blessing to
No, for
a
real.
lot
Really
of black youth.
Man, I'm
You
telling
know
you,
what I'm
man,
saying?
it's love, man. It's really, that's what I was saying earlier. It's
the
about
school
giving
still
them
there?
love, man. Nah, unfortunately, at this point, it's not. You know, she's older. She's retired.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
She didn't
she
have no
retired, man.
generation to bring it up with
She
her.
had a time. Nah, she's retired. She in the process of reopening. You know what I mean? Getting herself together. But like I said, she just in the process. But like I said, man, it was historic for me, man, just to have the experience, man. Like I said, soak that game up, man. That's all I've been about my whole life, man. Just being able to soak it up, man, spill it back out. That's it.
Well, I already know, man. I already know. It's been gangster for a lot of years, man.
Nah,
I'm talking
know.
about a whole lot of years.
Nah, that's a fact.
And I done enjoyed every minute of it. you know
Nah,
what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact. We done had some trips, man. Been
Well,
up and
yeah,
down
yeah.
the road now.
Yeah, man. You
Down
came
the
out
road,
with-
man. For real.
Yeah, man. You just like, man. See, that's what the youngsters say now, nephew.
Nephew,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because, like a son.
Yeah.
But nephew.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's pretty much
That just keep it moving.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everything.
and
No, but like
nephew.
you said, it's like you said, man. It's always been love, man. Like you said, having a good father figure and a good positive male influence is vital, man. I don't know if male or female. you
Yeah,
know what I
with
mean?
blood or without blood. That's what I'm trying to tell
With
people.
or without blood, it ain't even about blood. Cause what you learn, it's about what you learn from. It ain't about blood at all. You know what I mean?
That's what I try to tell everybody. Like, man, I got closer people, you know what I'm saying, to me than blood people. Like,
That's a fact.
like I go to them quicker than I go to some family members.
That's
you
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? And it just it's crazy, man. I mean, we was programmed to think that just our blood meant something. Man, our ancestors is everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, like you said,
it
you
really
really
ain't
don't
but
know.
one bloodline that started that infiltrated and came off and made all these other ones.
Exactly.
But we are all one at one point, so
And you
no
might
matter
as well
who
be
you are.
cool, cause hell, you honestly you don't know who the hell your cousin is anyway.
That's what I'm saying. That's why when I
Mm-hmm.
tell people, man, why y'all killing y'all brothers? I ain't just saying black men. I'm talking about you actually killing your brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but you feel like it's alright. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna say all of them are wrong though, because sometimes when certain things happen, you take force in certain matters.
Yeah.
So and I'm never gonna be the one to tell you how to take force, because you're not gonna tell me how to take force.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-preservation in the law, the
But
line that they
if
say.
it's
you know
wrong,
what I mean?
it's-
As they say.
Yeah, if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Come on, we knew right from wrong without people telling us, man.
Yeah.
It's
That's an
instilled-
instinct.
Yeah, you know
It's
what
an
I'm saying?
instinct.
So I'm not rolling with all these niggas who out here doing stuff just to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get what they calling that? Clout.
Clout, thrill
Yeah.
seeking.
Yeah, man, like you know,
Thrill seeking.
I done murked these niggas, man. You know,
Like you said.
but you ain't ready to do the time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
One wild ride and have your whole life
I'm
upside
talking
down.
about-
You know what I'm talking about? Facts.
Scarface said it. A second to pray. What is that? What? Oh, I'm about to mess it up, man. A moment to pray and a second to die. That was it. A moment to pray, but a second to die, man. That was a song. Like, man,
That's a fact.
like you can change your whole life in a second, man.
Yeah.
You know.
That's it. So better or worse.
Yeah. Just because
Better
you
or
had,
worse.
you know, man. You ever been mad enough just to have a blackout moment? You just like,
Just
I
done.
just flip,
And
and
just
I
done.
don't. I really don't even
And don't-
remember what I did.
Don't even know yourself.
Exactly, man. But ooh, that's the worst feeling to ever have. Try not to ever have. If you have to walk away, you are the better man.
No facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do it, man, because that right there get a pink slip under your
Yeah,
mat,
real.
and it might get you the rest of your time sitting down just for that
That's
1
a-
second of
That's
insanity.
real.
And I ain't gonna be able to prove insanity because that was just 1 second, and the rest of your before time was good, and your after time was good. You just had 1 second,
Right.
so I can't get you out for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny Cochran, dug up, can't get you out for that one.
Nah, that's a fact.
But
Not nowadays.
But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I think we done made our mark for our first day, man. Oh man, I enjoyed it, man. This is Wednesdays, every Wednesday.
Nah, man,
Tomorrow
this
is
is it.
gonna be, I can't really tell you. You'll see it when they come up and they'll tell you. But I know what Saturday gonna be. I know what tomorrow is. I'm talking about who gonna be on the show. I can't really tell you, but I know who gonna be on there Saturday. You know, Saturday gonna be that same live freestyle crew. But we gonna do all we trying to get it to where we doing all type of platforms. So, but this is the Straight Drop Show. What? StreetMoneyRadio.com. Download the apps.
All that.
Everything.
You need
man.
all that. Tumblr,
Facebook,
put it on the Pinterest.
YouTube. Everything.
Everything. All that.
Peace.
They really envy you do. I know I be watching too. Sitting real low in the cut, in case I don't pop out fool. I ain't aggressive, on the fence, you offended. Oh well, I'm chillin', fuck it, I'm outta here. They really envy you do. I know I be watching too. Sitting real low in the cut, in case I don't pop out fool. I ain't aggressive, on the fence, you offended. Oh well, I'm chillin', fuck it, I'm outta here. Crank the car, hit the gas, on the E-way, speeding. Ain't no traffic, coronavirus, quarantine, with a vibe, going live, or the data, only fans, go mine. I invest, then fucked, low key spot, hit the button, or stale, 3 flow, ton of hoe, smoking dro, gotta get it, how I live, cause I'm always on the road. If you with it, then I'm with it, more money, no problems, big choppers, connects, DJ Kelly, on the best. So to you, what you wanna do, got straight drop, bitch, we vibing, sip a drink, we ain't stunning no nigga, especially some bro nigga. Damn, I want your whole bro, Nike slides, watch my toe, bro. Checked up, that's a big flex, exotic weed, smoke the best. They really envy you do, I know I be watching too. Sitting real low in the cut, in case I don't pop out fool. I ain't aggressive, on the fence, you offended. Oh well, I'm chillin', fuck it, I'm outta here. They really envy you do, I know I be watching too. Sitting real low in the cut, in case I don't pop out fool. I ain't aggressive, on the fence, you offended. Oh well, I'm chillin', fuck it, I'm outta here. Never show your pockets, never let them know you got it. Cause them niggas watching, keep that pocket rockin'. Okay, I'm back to the crib, turn hoes, $1,000 on the floor. Naked bitches in a row, toasting up, missing looker. Like at the party, Jimmy and Q, dapping up, what it do? Ladies drunk, they touching me, Henny and Patron all in me. Feeling freak, I need about 3 naked bitches in my room. I'm about to turn this bitch to the old deja vu. Didn't have to touch it, she already knew the move. Bitch, don't do no perks, baby, this is what I do. They really envy you do, I know I be watching too. Sitting real low in the cut, in case I don't pop